Hello, everybody. My name is Dean Davis, and this is Multiply, the podcast that provides a word of encouragement for village church planters. As a church planter, you know that there are many challenges, difficulties, and trials that face your churches. If you've been working to plant a church for more than 10 days, I'm sure that you've already confronted a challenge that you were not expecting. A famous German military strategist, Helmut von Moltke, said, "No battle plan survives contact with the enemy." What did he mean? He was famous for helping military officers make plans and then put them into action. Why did he say no battle plan survives contact with the enemy? Simply put, we cannot know everything. We do not know exactly what will happen in the future. We can plan, but circumstances change, and that's a problem. The first church in Jerusalem had a good plan for taking care of widows, but soon after they started this compassionate ministry, a problem came up. In those days, when the number of disciples was increasing, the Hellenistic Jews among them complained against the Hebraic Jews because their widows were being overlooked in the daily distribution of food. The apostles had a big problem on their hands, so they had to adjust their plans. You, like the first apostles, are in a spiritual battle, and your plans are not perfect. You too will have to make adjustments. So let's look at the example of the first apostles to learn how to solve problems in the church. Acts chapter 6, verses 2 through 4 says, "So the 12 gathered all the disciples together and said, 'It would not be right for us to neglect the ministry of the Word of God in order to wait on tables. Brothers and sisters, choose 7 men from among you who are known to be full of the Spirit and wisdom. We will turn this responsibility over to them and will give our attention to prayer and the ministry of the Word.'" The Bible does not tell us every detail of the apostles' problem-solving method, but we do notice that the apostles recognized and admitted that there was a problem. When they announced a solution, the 12 did so together. So it is very likely that they had worked together to come up with a solution. Based on their prior experience, it's also very likely that they prayed and had dialogue together as they chose a solution. What did they decide? Well, they asked the church to name a team of wise, spirit-filled workers to address the problem. Instead of using all of their time and energy to make the Greeks and the Hebrew church members happy, they asked the church to mobilize workers to address the problem head on. They turned the responsibility over to 7 deacons, along with the authority those deacons needed to make fair decisions about the distribution of food. When you face a problem you don't expect, recognize a problem and describe it well. Practice group coaching to identify what is happening and to discover a good solution. Don't try to solve every problem yourself. Empower others to act. Delegate responsibility and authority to godly men and women, and keep your eye on the goal, just as the apostles did. Don't neglect the ministry God has given you just because a problem comes up. God will bless you with sound solutions and empowered church members. This has been Multiply, and I'm Dean Davis asking, who will you share this encouraging word with today?